Hey, what's going on, producers? Welcome back to another video. In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can make your LogDrum really stand out and translate on all systems, because that's what you want. Because a lot of people that listen to your music might not listen to your music with systems that have a lot of subs or a lot of bass in them, but you want them to still feel that LogDrum and you want it to stand out in the mix. So I'm going to play back this track that I made actually in one of my previous tutorials. You can actually go check that out as well, and I'm going to show you how it sounds like. Let me just play it back quick. So this is just the LogDrum as is, right? And you can see that all my volumes are maxed out. The mix level is maxed out, and the channel volume is also maxed out. We can make it a little bit more powerful using saturation. And the plugin that we're going to be using to saturate is called Caramel Crusher. It's a free plugin. So I'm just going to drop it in there. So let me just play this back quick. That is a lot of crushing that's happening right now, but I'm going to show you how you can tweak it and change it to sound really nice, because right now it's like on Annihilate, and that is too much. I have a link in the description to where you can actually download Caramel Crusher for free. It's freeware. I've had it for a long time. It's one of my plugins that I use, you know, to add some saturation to basses and kicks and so forth. So this is not just for LogDrum, but for any bass line or any kick or even vocals. Sometimes I do this on vocals. If I just want to add a little bit of distortion and saturation, I use Caramel Crusher. It's high quality and it's a really good freeware plugin that you can use. So what we can do is we can change the preset maybe to like maybe a tube warmth. You can hear how like powerful it's sounding right now. Let me turn that off and on. You can see that's really powerful. Let me just add a span. That's another free mastering and mixing plugin that you can actually also use. It's a frequency spectrum analyzer that you can use so that you can not just use your ears, but also see what's happening with the frequencies and what's going on. So this is the bass without. So I'm just going to hold right there, and you can see that our bass is starting from 1K going all the way to like 20K. And then it's just rolling off over here. So what we want is to add a little bit of more information over in the mid-range and also in the high end a little bit, just to add a little bit of frequencies over there, because most small speakers, they don't have all this low end. So this is where our bass is most present at. You can see that these peaks are higher on the bass side of this LogDrum. So if we want to add and make it a bit more powerful, we and also translate on other systems, we want to also add a little bit of saturation to increase some of these frequencies that are up here. So let me just turn that on. Just switch off hold. You can start to see that. There we go. These other frequencies are starting to come up, and if I add more tube, you can see these frequencies are rising. There we have it. There we go. There we go. So that's already adding power. You can even add a compressor if you want to, and you can also turn on fat mode, but this is gonna like make it blast. So I'm just gonna drop the log down a little bit here on the mixer so it doesn't blast, so it holds a little bit. I'm gonna up the compressor a little bit. There we go. You can see how much frequencies are being added by the Caramel Crusher. This is without. It's very weak. And this is with. And it's also holding. So this will make it really stand out. So all I used is actually free plugins, Span and Caramel Crusher, and you can get these right now for free. You need to have these if you want to make your bass lines or your kicks or even add saturation and stuff like that. But if you guys want to see a video on Span, maybe I can go a little bit more in depth with Span. You guys can let me know down below in the comments. And Caramel Crusher is really simple to use. You just have your distortion and you have your filter, your compressor, and your master. And you also have a mix level so that in case maybe you load up a preset that's maybe like over. Like let's say if I load up Annihilate right quick, let me just show you. It sounds like it's a bit too much. I can just drop down the mix. And I can adjust exactly the mix of how it's sounding, the mix of the dry and the wet signal. So it's a really cool freeware plugin that I wanted to share with you guys. And these are some of the little techniques that the professionals use in order for their bass lines to stand out in mixing and mastering. So try it out, see how it works for you. But remember, don't overdo it. Otherwise, you're just going to destroy your bass line or your kick. You don't want it to be too hard to compensate for maybe if you don't have a system that doesn't have a lot of bass. But always use a frequency analyzer that can show you what's happening in the frequencies if you're not over doing it and stuff like that. If you don't want to use span, you can actually use Fruity Parametric EQ2. I don't know what's wrong with my F's. You can also use that because it lights up and shows you frequencies when it's lighting up like this. So that's basically what it's doing. But I wanted to use span because I can use it to hold, so I can hold frequencies and show you what it's doing. So that's what I like about span when I use span when I'm mastering. So it can actually hold, so I can really analyze frequencies and see what's really going on. So that's another really dope free plugin you can use for your music. But you let me know what you think. What's your favorite saturation plugin? If you already have one that you're using already, let me know down below. And if you have another frequency spectrum analyzer, which one's your favorite? If maybe you have another one that you're using that is not span, let me know down below in the comments. But I have links to both these VSTs down below, and you can get them for free right now. And remember to drop this video a like so other producers can know that this is a good video and you found this really helpful. And also subscribe for more videos like this, for tutorials. But thank you guys so much for watching. Share this with other producers. I'll see you in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.